Welcome, race fans. Tonight, the Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series Harpoon Design Season 14 unloads for round number 8 at the Monster Mile, Dover. And right now, they are, of course, in practice. About 7-8 minutes, a little under 8 minutes of practice left. Brandon Sheets up at the top spot. Chris Paff at second. Greg Wood in third. Now, this is just practice, but man, oh man, I don't know if you would consider this a short track or a speedway. It is right at a mile long, but these guys are going to be pretty close together on the start of the race, and probably close together as the race progresses. Stage lap here at the completion of lap 45. Checkered when they hit lap 46. Now, of course, our pre-race analytics shows here tonight a little bit of a wind of about 9 miles an hour, an air temp of 77. A track temp, it is a little warm out there, 114 degrees. 150 laps, so not a humongous amount of laps here. Only 150 miles. They are putting in about 22, 23 second laps here. So going to be definitely a quick race if it stays green. 4 sets of tires here tonight. 75% fuel. Pit road 35 miles an hour with a pace speed of 45. It looks like Brennan Kennedy out there in chat. River Whisper out there. Yo, been a while, bro. Glad to see you still broadcasting laps. Yeah, still broadcasting. Not quite sure exactly who you are, River Whisper, but we're still here. Track temp went up to 114. Well, let's get down here to the point standings coming into tonight. It does look like Mark Whitley is still in the top spot at an even 300. We'll talk about last week's race here in just a little bit of a recap. So Mark Whitley atop at 300. Gary Slapinski up a spot to second at 266, 34 behind Mark. Hunter Hayward down a spot into third at 253. 47, about 253, 47 behind the leader and 13 behind Gary. Chris Paff going to hold on to that 4th spot at 250, 50 even behind the leader and 3 behind Hayward. Kyle Heath holding on to 5th, 247, 53 behind the leader and 3 behind Paff. Phillip Bridgman up a spot into 6th at 238, 62 behind the leader, 9 behind Heath. Ryan Huntley Jr. up 2 spots into 7th at 230, 70 behind the leader and 8 behind Bridgman. Brandon Sheets down 2 spots into 8th at 224, 76 behind the leader and 6 behind Huntley Jr. Robbie Darnell up a spot into 9th, cracking just inside of the top 10 at 220, 80 behind the leader and 4 behind Sheets. Brandon Hartwell down 2 spots into 10th, still in the top 10 though, at an even 200. 100 even behind the leader and 20 behind Darnell. We have a tie here for that 11th spot. Keith Hurlbut up a spot, and Robbie Stewart up 3 spots. Both of these gentlemen at 193, 107 behind the leader, and only 7 behind Brandon Hartwell. Jason Adams is going to stay where he's at 13th at 192, 108 behind the leader, and 1 behind Stewart and Hurlbut. Isaiah Sutherland up a spot into 14th at 178, 122 behind the leader, and 14 behind Adams. Zachary Rongich down 4 into 15th at 173, 127 behind the leader and 5 behind Sutherland. And Jimmy Coleman-Spurger up 3 spots, cracking the top 16 at 168, 132 behind the leader and 5 behind Rongich. Now, I was not here last week, but a little bit of a recap for everybody. At Talladega, 94 laps is what they put in. 7 cautions for 21 laps. 15 lead changes, overall 8 leaders. Brian Huntley Jr. started in 21st, come home into victory lane with Gary Slapinski starting on pole, coming in 2nd. Robbie Darnell started 9th, and then he finished in that top 3 spot into 3rd. Gary Slapinski leading the most laps at 49 laps. And our quickest lap of Talladega will go to, unfortunately, he was 11 laps down, but that would be Mark Koshik. Gomez with a 49.182, so he did have the fastest lap in that race. But that was just a little bit of a recap of Talladega. Now, it is a speedway. Asmaro, how you doing? Yeah, I know it is a speedway, but with it being a mile and how close they are, I mean, could it be considered a short track in a sense? Nothing like Bristol, of course, but, you know, it is probably just as fast, in my opinion. But I know it's not a short track. Now, it looks like we do have a pretty good-sized field out here. Looks like 29 drivers have entered the facility here tonight. So, nice to see a big turnout here. But under 3 minutes to go, folks, we're going to go ahead and step aside and play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising. So hang tight, folks. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
Alrighty, folks, qualifying is underway here tonight, and looks like the 67 of Greg Wood just took over the top spot with Gary Slapinski right now in second. Kyle Heath in third. Kyle was in chat. Need a mouth guard for this track. Yeah, I guess you're right there, Kyle. Yeah, mouth guard, maybe a cup or two. You know, maybe some extra drawers. You know, might need to add on a little few things. I think tires, you know, getting to the realistic things here, I think tires is probably going to be a big factor. This track's definitely going to use up some tires. Looks like Brad Delp just went into second. Brantley, how you doing out there, buddy? I see you. Harpoon Design, a big shout out to Brantley and Harpoon coming back on board this season. Sponsoring SRU. Alvin Miller. Looks like Chris Paff is out on track. Brandon Sheets in the 2. We've got about 10 out there tuning in. I am going slideshow over there, it looks like. There we go. Ark is on a cruise this week. Oh, lucky dog. Should have come by and got me. Well, Brandon Sheets up at the top. The 22.917. Chris Paff gonna pull it into second with a 22.986. They only get 2 laps? Yeah, 2 laps of qualifying. Those look like Cameron Smith, and the 9 is going to go into 9th. Hey, 9 for 9. A 9 for the 9 car. Now let's see if that 9 car can put it into that 1 position. He's on his second lap here. We'll see what he can do. Robbie, how you doing, Robbie? Robbie Darnell. Running into the Cup Series this season, doing a fantastic job. Look like Cameron is not gonna chance it, but coming down to 30 seconds to go, Brandon Sheets is gonna grab that top spot. Let's go ahead and drag Brandon down here real quick and have a chit chat. Brandon, real quick, buddy, got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, man, well, you're going to grab the pole out here tonight, buddy, with a 22.917. However, it is Dover. How do you like this track? Do you dislike it? You know, what's the ups and downs that comes with a track like Dover?
I guess it's a love-hate relationship. I do enjoy this track, but it is definitely very tough with the tire wear. So you're kind of racing more of the track than the other people, especially on the long runs.
So it's more of a driver's track. You got to race the track. You can't really worry about anybody else.
Yep, kind of pick and choose your battles. I mean, some people's going to want to go at the beginning, so I might let some people go at the beginning and then try to get on the back end. Ran some practice here, and if you get those rear tires angry, it's really hard to get them back.
Yeah, definitely. So, well, Brandon, we're not going to keep you, buddy. You guys are gridding up, so here we go, man. Good luck, and congratulations on the pole here tonight, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, that is Brandon Sheets. Let's go ahead and grid him up here tonight on the MaxspeedTV starting grid. Brandon Sheets, who we just talked to, with a 22.917. Good enough for the top spot. Chris Paff in second. Greg Wood third. Gary in fourth. Kyle Heath 5th, Jeff Gilmore in 6th, Brad Delp 7th, Larry Blair in 8th, Cameron Smith 9th, Phillip Bridgman rounding out the top 10, Jaden Sanchez at 11th, John Held 12th, Zach Duchier 13th, Robbie Darnell 14th, Calvin Miller 15th, Gary Caudle in 16th, David Cassidy 17th, Jared Daniels 18th, Brian Huntley Jr. 19th, and Joshua Small in 20th. Clifton Ashley 21st, Keith Herbutt 22nd, Mike Chamberlain 23rd, Paul Buscowen 24th, Jason Adams 25th, Richard Johns, 26th. Aaron Bradford, 27th. Robert Chiswick, 28th. And Robbie Stewart is going to round it out here tonight. 25. 29 drivers out here tonight. Robbie is going to bring it up the field. Does look like 2, 3, maybe 4 drivers have not gridded, but we'll find out if they do. I do not like these cameras. There we go. Well, I'll just have to go with TV3 for now. They're not rolling off just yet. They will be here in just a second. But hey, 13 of you tuning in and 9 likes. Let's see what these guys can do here tonight. Glad to see everybody out there tuning in. Intermediate oval. Yeah, intermediate oval. I mean, it is an oval, more like an egg. I think, well, Darlington would be more like an egg, but I like Dover. I like the way it's shaped. It brings out some good racing, and like Brandon was saying, you really got to drive the track. You can't, worry really too much about everybody else. If they get around you and they're faster, then you really just need to let them around. If not, you're going to bottleneck it. Let's hope we don't have a parking lot here tonight. Not what we're shooting for, but on the backstretch here at Dover, coming down into turn number 3 for the first time. 150 laps at stake. Stage lap, white at 45, checkered. White at 45, checkered when they hit 46. And that pace car should dive off to the safety of pit road. There it goes. Waiting on that green flag here, folks. And out of turn number 4, green is out. Boogity, 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 folks. We're racing here tonight at Dover. Already, it looks like single file for the most part. Everybody trying to find where they want to be at. Got to get some heat built up in these tires. If not, you're asking for early trouble. And Brandon Sheets going to lead the first a lap here tonight. 1 down and 149 more to go. Already single file. Now, I do believe they will be able to make the stage. 75% fuel, mile track. What do you say there, Brantley? They should be able to make the stage. I don't see why not. Loosest straw. Oh yeah. I'm probably in agreement with that for sure. Bit of a passing back here. Jared Daniels, Robbie, just watching it. Very quick passing is what happens here at Dover. By the time I get to it, it's usually over with. Brandon still leading the way. We'll continue to watch him in the ticker here, and of course in the timing screen. It does look like Richard Johns, almost called him Jones, and Jason Adams back here at the tail end was doing a little bit of trading spots. Stage 45, white at 45, checkered when they hit 46. So yeah, definitely can make the stage. I don't know if tires are going to be able to hold up, but especially if we stay green. Watching the 126 and the 10 here real quick. Jared Daniels, Clifton Ashley. There's Robbie Darnell right behind them. Subway 4, Brian Huntley Jr. Got Gary Cottle in a little bit of a bottleneck here with Keith Hurlbutt, Aaron Bradford, Joshua Small, Dag Duchier in the 21, right behind the 75 of Jeff Gilmore. There's Gary Slapinski. Probably a low. Let's see here. Let's watch Zach for a little bit. He is looking to the inside of the 75. Not going to be able to make it stick. Still watching Zach. He did get around the 75. Now he's coming to the inside of the 78 of Gary Slapinski. Zach working his way up to 6th. About 9 laps. Fans need a hurlbutt win. Oh, it's due. It's due. I do want to mention, I know it was in the notes here, so let me go ahead and get to this. Last in 7 races, we have had 6 winners. So, whoa, Zach blinking out there a little bit. Not good. Mark Whitley being the only driver to go back-to-back. That was at Richmond and at Phoenix. That was also the 2 races that Kyle Heath went back-to-back on the pole. Brandon Sheets doesn't really have still a too good of a lead. I don't expect these guys to really get too far ahead of one another. 3 to 5, 7/10 of a second. Well, I'll say that. Jared Daniels is about a second behind David Cassidy here. So Larry Kennedy rooting on Sheets. Well, speaking of Sheets, Kennedy, he's up top right where he started. Been up there ever since the race began. Watching Calvin, got Cassidy, and there's Larry Blair right up ahead in this whole 73. He might be in some trouble here if Calvin and David get up to him. Right now, though, it looks like the tires starting to 17 laps into it. Looks like they're starting to feel pretty good for everybody. Redwood started in 3rd, but he is in some trouble here with the 14 of Brad Delp. 2 weeks ago, Brad. Was it Brad? I think it was Brad. Either Brad or Chris. One of the two didn't have a very good race. Might have been Brad. Like he's running strong right now. It's from 7th to 3rd. Greg did go back to 4th. Kyle Heath right there on the tail. Like Blair and Philip Bridgman. See, as soon as I get back here, it's all over with. Aiden Sanchez, Robbie Darnell going at it. I actually got to see that pass. Aiden coming around Robbie, 45 and the 44. Kyle Heath and Greg going at it up here. That would be for 4th. 67 gonna poke it down right in front of Zach. Well, Brendan Robbie can't really talk right now. He is out there on the track. Ooh. Like the 44 did get a little loose there. No harm, no foul. Ooh, got some action with Calvin, Miller, David Cassidy, Sanchez. That was right up ahead of Robbie. Whoa, 45 and 20. Going door to door. Good save by the both of them. Calvin Miller going to get the rough end of the stick on that one. Only a spot, though. That's all he is going to lose. He did manage to keep it from spinning and getting into the wall. Yeah, contact there. You got that right. And Robbie Darnell seen that right from where he was at. All right, Chamberlain back here in the 70s. Up 3 spots into 20th. Brandon Sheets just keeps on trucking. Well, in this case, carring. These are cars, not trucks. 77, 78, 9, and the 75. Probably throw a blanket over these 4. And they are, I'm starting to get a little bit dizzy. Whoa, 78. Looks like he was fixing to snap loose there. Good save by Gary. All right, it looks like they might have got it figured out right here. Let's kind of go ahead and check on, well, it looks like Sanchez and whoa, Bridgman. We got right back here. Phillip was getting that car straightened back out. And it looks like he might still be having some issues here. Let's get on a chase view. Oh, man, that speed is dropping, though. Tires definitely starting to come into favor. Whoa, look how close he got. And I don't go with this view very often. Nathan Reynolds out in chat. How you doing, Nathan? Bottleneck back here around Jason Adams, Mike Chamberlain, Aaron Bradford. Right up ahead is Keith Hurlbut. Everybody A-OK, which is a good sign. Been out here 31 laps, folks. Tires really starting to, I think, come into a factor. Chris Paff in trouble. Kyle Heath, like Chris's tires, having some problems. Oh, he is going to fall back to 4th as Brad Delph and Kyle Heath get around. I think Chris realized that too far up high and just no chance of getting it back down there. Safe call by the 22. Back here to Jared Daniels, Larry Blair, Don Held. Don up into 10th now. Started in 12th. Like Adams and Hurlbut was going at it again. Jason. Oh, we got a car way up high. Oh, no! Right there it is. Caution is going to come out. There it is, folks. All right, well, let's find out exactly what happened. I did see the 20. Like there was some issues there. Oh, actually, it started with right up there around Calvin Miller. Or it was the 70. Mike Chamberlain. So let's go ahead and see what happened. Right there is where the contact was. Ooh, 95 also going to get a piece of it. The 20's trying to save it like he does. And then right there, more contact made between the 20 and the 97. 97 going to spin. Does keep it off the wall, though. But Gary is going to get some damage as well as the 20. Does look like we have a new leader in Kyle Heath. Greg Wood, Chris Papp in the 22. On pit road, several on pit road it looks like. We are not to the stage yet. 10 laps. Heats did come down pit road. Like some tires by a couple of them. All right, well, Kyle has led 2 laps. Very interesting that nobody else is coming down. Did have a few more. Brandon, Chris, Greg, Robbie. Looks like Richard, Aaron, Alvin, and Gary. An interesting restart here. Very interesting restart. Could be getting double file this time. What line is Kyle going to take? Like the inside line. All right, here we go, down into 3. Roland Holt out in Chad. How you doing, Roland? Kyle Heath in control. Pace car is off. Gotta wait on the green. Out of turn number 4. There's the green. Kyle's on the loud pedal. Good start. Now let's see if we can make it down in and out of the corner. We'll get jumbled up back here around Gary. Oh, man. On a side-by-side back here around Phillip. Maybe even a 3-wide possibility. No, but we're going to be wrecking again, and it's a hard lick. Oh! Oh, and it looks like Cameron Smith involved in this. This is going to bring out another very quick caution. Oh, right there it was. There's some contact. It looks like the 9 may have been trying to lose it a little bit. Not sure. However, the 126 just finishes him off. And both of them take a hard lick into that inside wall. The 126. Heavy, heavy front end damage. The 9 going to have some severe damage as well. It wouldn't surprise me if the 126 of Jared Daniels or the 9 of Cameron Smith is done for the evening. Remember, they do not get any faster. Oh, golly, look at that. Jeez. Look at that damage right there. Golly. And that tire ain't even spinning on Jared Daniels. Yeah, unfortunately, Jared's going to be done for the evening. Ah. Kara. How you doing? And not really what you want. Back-to-back cautions. Doing all right. Doing all right. Well, Chris Papp, Brandon Sheets, Greg Wood, Kyle Heath, Zach Duchier, top 5. Brad Delph, Gary Slapinski, Jeff Gilmore, Jason Adams, John Held rounding out our top 10. It does look like the 24 of Adams is going to come down pit road here. 17 of you tuning in and 15 likes. Nice. No reason we can't hit 20, 25 likes this week, folks. I know, I missed last week. Sorry. One of my favorite tracks, too. Mike Paff, scrubbing some tires. And looked like after the second caution, everybody has either fresh Mr. Feelgoods or have already taken a set. So it looks like we'll be set and ready to go for the stage here. Yeah, the no fat. Yeah, they're trying it this season. Make it a little bit more, you know, make it where drivers have to be more careful, basically, is what it is. But you get into tracks like Dover, Bristol, you know, tracks like that, to where you just got to be, you know, be a little bit easier, not too much, but a little bit. And it does look like this might be a one-lap shootout for the stage. See what happens. All right, pace car will dive off again to the safety of pit road. It'll be Chris getting us going with Brandon Sheets, Greg Wood, Kyle Heath, Zach Duchier, top 5. To the restart zone. Green is out. Chris is on the loud pedal. Good jump start by Chris. Now they got to manage to get out, in and out of turn 1. We are under the white flag, I do believe, for the stage. Chris Paff, it looks like he may just do it here, folks. Lap 46, we get the caution here. That will be the stage. And it looks like they are going to continue it. Oh, I do not know the actual stage winner was. I'll say it was Chris, but I don't know. However, stages are done. That was stage? Alright. Yeah, I figured it was. I couldn't remember if it was 5 or in between 3 and 5 laps of the stage when they call it. 'Cause it's different. I do 3 different leagues currently, so, you know, it's just one of those things. It's different for each one. They didn't announce it. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll find out at a later date on who actually got the stage. I'm sure they'll have to go back and look at who was in the lead when that caution come out. One stage is okay. I like the one stage ordeal, especially on bigger tracks. You know, if it really comes down to fuel, you know, I like that. I do not like full length races where stages are involved. I know Brandon Sheets, he almost sheeted it the wrong way. Oh, he's battle. Whoa! Got on Kyle Heath right now, and I think Brandon, he's like, well, that was a little bit too close for comfort. And he backed off a little bit. Now he's going to battle Gary Slapinski here. And if he don't watch it, he might lose that spot too, and he will. Whoa, Gary! Too early, though. Like a potential battle up here between Greg Wood and Kyle Heath. That would be for P3. I didn't see a battle or two back here. Jason Adams and Robbie Stewart. There's a battle back there. Quick battle up here between Jeff Gilmore and Brad Delph. She did. You like that one, don't you? I use it all the time. I think Brandon gets a kick out of it too. man, Kyle all over Gary. Gary's all over Greg. Man. Zach Duchier, though, he's in the lead. He took over the lead from Chris. Chris back into second. I don't know how we missed that. We did. Seen some hearts on the screen there. I think if you ever did that. Well, Brian Huntley Jr. in the top 10 here, and that's Subway 4, right behind the McDonald's of Jaden Sanchez. Like Brandon Sheets under fire or in the fire with Greg Wood. Greg, oh, well, that was close. Like Greg, get right behind the 2. Jeff Gilmore, you can throw a blanket over these 4. Brad Delph. You can even throw Jaden in the mix here. He's coming. '67. Greg getting way up high. Man. 2 laps. Daniel Paulus Jr. Hey, dude, I sent you a message on Facebook. I don't know if you got it. My name's Joshua Medlock. You might want to check your incoming messages on Facebook. I sent you one personally. Oh. I recognize your name. Like the 14 of Brad Delph going to get around the 75, and it looks like Greg Wood is going to try it too. Not going to be able to do it that time. Zach still leading the way, though. He does have a 1.8 second gap over Gary, who is in second. Can't really say back up to second because they started in 4th. Now he started 5th and 3rd. Sheet started in 1st. Led 34 laps. He's back in 4th. And Chris Paff started on the outside pole in 2nd. He is still inside of the top 5 and 5th. He has led 9 laps here tonight. We've had several leaders already. Right now, getting a little bit separated, and we would love to have you up here, Daniel, when we can get around to getting you. I will not post the Discord link in the YouTube chat for security reasons and for safety reasons. We don't want randoms jumping in the Discord. Not really seeing a whole well. I say that. Now we've got Greg Wood, Brian Huntley Jr. Rolled the 45 of Sanchez in the mix. All 3. Whoa, whoa. Brian Huntley Jr. almost put that 75 sandwich in between him and the wall. That is not the way you do Subway there, Brian Huntley Jr. You know it's a sandwich, but wrong type. Oh, well, I thought, man, that 45's of Jaden. And you know the 67 right now is in a sandwich. Between a sandwich. Between a Subway and a McDonald's. Between a hamburger. And you might as well wash it down with a little bit of Monster because that 17 of David Cassidy's right behind him. Right, maybe they're trying to get it figured out. Oh, nope, 67, still in a little bit of a sandwich here. Oh, 45 still trying to get around. Let's go ahead. Boy, that was quick. Jeff Gilmore did get around Chris Path there. By the time I got up there to it, it was all over with. And it does look like the 67 of Greg Wood is going to fall behind the Monster 17, so looks like Greg had enough of Subway and McDonald's, and now he's going to try to down some Monster here tonight. Larry Blair. Old 73. Robbie Darnell. Right there in the Coca-Cola. 72. That's John Hell. The 44 falling backwards here. Miller Light 10. Oh, and the 19. Of Keith Hurlbutt. And the 5, that is Philip Bridgman. So we've battles back here with these drivers. Oh, Philip. Chris Paff, Ron Huntley Jr. Whoa, Jeff Gilmore now falling back. Maybe he had a little bit of a moment. Oh, Gary, Brandon, Brad. We'll blanket over these three. Whoa! Gary and Brad now going at it. Brantley, are you spotting for the 78 here tonight, or does he have his own spotter? In for? Yeah, I figured you would. Oh, man. Oh, he's been up front here for 7 laps. He's taken over the, well, 8 laps now. Zach has led 26. Brandon, 34. Brad Delph still has yet to lead laps, but the most important lap, of course, is going to be that final lap. Looks like Robbie Stewart in a little bit of a pickle. Looks like Chris Paff. Gary Slapinski. Ooh, looks like 22 got a little bit loose there, and that's going to allow Gary and Brian Huntley Jr. to get around. Now Chris. He was in a little bit of a sandwich there. But like Chris might be having a little bit of issues. Got some heat built up too much in those tires. Got him a little bit angry. Aaron Smith under fire here. Keith Cameron looking at that damage on that Napa 9. Man. Heavy front end. Look at that. Doesn't look like it's affected him too much. Again, I'm not down there driving, so like Philip Bridgman, they got a little bit too high there and allowed Robbie Darnell to get around. There's Mike Chamberlain. We have a slow car. That is Joshua Small. Look like Joshua, after about 40 laps, he says, you know what? I'm coming down pit road here. And he is going to track it down pit road. Al Heath still leading the way. Lap 83 over the halfway mark, folks, of 150. Wow, we stay green. We will be done with this race in 27 minutes. I can't at the moment, Daniel, due to the fact that I'm kind of in the middle of broadcasting here. But I will definitely send it to you via Facebook. I will have to get permission from Robbie, but we can definitely probably try to get you hooked up. Looks like Philip. Oh, Philip is having a little bit of issues. Oh, 40. Whoa, Robbie Darnell. There is no caution, folks, but golly. He smacked the wall hard. You can see the damage on that 44 Coca-Cola. Not how you want to open a can. Not like that. Man. They have been out here about, a few of them, anywhere between 44 and 53 laps. I don't think they will have enough on fuel for sure. Next stop, probably tires. Oh man, tires definitely gonna be shot. As the 13, Al Heath comes around the number 20 of Calvin Miller to put him a lap down. First driver a lap down. Calvin Miller, Mike Chamberlain a lap down. Richard Johns a lap down. Jason Adams a lap down. That is all. That is one lap down. Like Robbie Darnell on pit road and 5 laps down. Gary Cottle 5 laps down. Joshua Small on pit road 9 laps down. Jared Daniels is taking his car behind the wall. Brad Delph takes over second away from Zach. And Zach blinking. Not what we want to see. Cautions, 8 laps, 58 laps to go, and only 4 lead changes. Kyle Heath. Brandon Sheets. Zach. And where's the other one? There he is, Chris Papp. And Kyle still leading the way. Kind of wondering if they're going to come down. Jason Adams, he has already pitted, possibly for the final time, depending on if it stays green or not. Oh man, oh man, oh man, folks. Well, 16 likes out there. Hey, not too shabby here tonight. Still 14 of you tuning in. Thank you, everybody. Daniel Paulus Jr., Brantley Roden, Roland Holt, Asmaro, Ara Paff, Nathan Reynolds, Brendan Kennedy, Larry Kennedy, no relation, I don't believe. Bobby Darnell, who is unfortunately sitting on pit road. River Whisper, still don't know who River Whisper is. Apparently he knows who I am. As he says, yo, been a while. Still trying to rack my brain on who that is. A lot of people on here, so it's kind of hard to keep up. David Cassidy coming around. Jeff Gilmore here. No relation to Happy Gilmore. Watching Kyle here. He's coming around the 3 now of Robbie Stewart, putting a lap down. The next one that would go a lap down, if Kyle can get around him, would be Keith Hurlbutt. 13 is coming. Lap 100. I think Keith is going to fight him. No, he's going to let Kyle go by. Not going to fight him one bit. And it does look like John Held is coming down pit road. Look, here comes Brandon Sheets down pit road. Chris Paff down pit road. Pit road getting busy. All right, folks. And here comes Kyle Heath. Got Gary Slapinski, Philip Bridgman, Keith Hurlbutt. I might get on him. Mike Chamberlain is coming back out onto the racetrack. Oh, coming down pit road. Did he run out of fuel? No. And he's coming down pit road. Slowly but surely. Now, Brad Delph has led a lap. Looks like he's going to lead another one here. A lot of drivers. There's Kyle. There's Larry Blair. Robbie Stewart. Mike Chamberlain. Philip Bridgman. Back out on the racetrack. Only 2 more laps. I'm seeing 17 lights. Might have not have updated on my end yet. Brad Delph, it now looks like, whoa. Jaden Sanchez is down. Brandon Sheets. Like Zach is down. There's Greg Wood. Does look like Richard Johns. Okay, he's coming down pit road as we speak. So now the top 8 have yet to pit. Alvin Miller is the first driver a lap down. Hang on a minute, folks. I'm still here. Right. And Brad Delph still has not come down pit road, and he is definitely under fire here. A couple of drivers that have pitted. 111 of 150. Here comes the 22 around. That is Chris Paff. Going to get one of his 2 laps back. Like Jeff Gilmore, Clifton Ashley, Brian Huntley Jr. down pit road. They have had enough. All right. Oh, Brad, he missed it. Oh, it was coming in too hot, and he missed it. Gonna have to go all the way back around. Jeff Gilmore. Clifton Ashley is coming back out. Gilmore's coming back out. Brian Huntley Jr. Oh, man. It looks like he's just going to stay out. Whoa, the 2. I can find the 2. Where's he at? Brandon Sheets. There he is. 4 laps down. Brad Delph is going to have to come down at some point. David Cassidy is down pit road. I believe he... Well, he had a lane of 113.0.0 in his box. Not entirely sure, but Brad Delph is down pit road. But Cameron Smith missed it as well. Oh, and it's going to be a bottleneck. And he's trying to stay low. It looks like he's going to be coming down maybe this time. Yeah, he might have. And Cameron is going to barely get down. Whoa. Brad Delph is going to be off and away. Aaron Bradford still has yet to come down pit road. He has been out here a gruesome 77 laps. If he doesn't come down at some point, he may run out of fuel. I'm sure the tires are not happy. Cal Heath, P2, is coming up on him quickly, and he's going to get around him like he is setting still. Cal Heath back up front. Aaron Bradford down pit road. He did manage to lead 2 laps, so he did get a bonus point for leading a lap. Everybody has come down. Yes, they have. Everybody has made their pit stops. Of course, no fast repairs. We do have only 6 drivers right now on the lead lap. Al Heath leading the way with Gary Slapinski in second. Chris Paff third. Zach Duchier fourth. John Held fifth. Brad Delph in 6th. Greg Wood is in 7th. The first driver a lap down. Clifton Ashley in 8th. Jeff Gilmore 9th. And Philip Bridgman in 10th. And Jason Adams at 11th. Bottleneck back here. David Cassidy in 12th. Brian Huntley Jr. 13th. Larry Blair 14th. That's going to round out the drivers 1 lap down. Several 2 laps down. Starting with our 15th place driver right now, Jaden Sanchez. 16th, Calvin Miller. 17th of Cameron Smith. 18th of Aaron Bradford. 19th of Robbie Stewart. And 20th position, Richard Shines. Mike Chamberlain, 21st, 3 laps down. Keith Hurlbutt, 22nd, likewise 3 laps down. Brandon Sheets, 23rd, also 3 laps down. Gary Cottle, 24th, 6 laps. Joshua Small, 25th, 11. Robbie Darnell still sitting on pit road after smacking the wall. 38 laps down here tonight. And, of course, Jared Daniels took his car behind the wall about, 84, 85 laps ago. 20 likes out there here tonight. Thank you, everybody, for that. Yes, Robbie will be paying attention if he's not already in chat here tonight. Could be actually paying more attention to what's going out on track right now. A break for Robbie Darnell here this evening. But the product of Dover. Heath has got a 9-second lead over Gary Slapinski with Chris Paff in 3rd. Yeah, it will be. Dennis, Extreme Level Racing out there here tonight. How you doing, Dennis? Looking them eyeballs out there like he always does. If y'all don't know who that is, well, that is Dennis Ansman. I'm sure some of y'all know. Y'all been with me long enough to know. But hey, 20 likes out there here tonight. Yes, love it. We will be headed to that 20 to go here, folks. Well, Larry, Brandon right now 3 laps down. He did lead 34 laps, started on pole, just didn't quite work out for him. Now, we can't count him out, of course. But 3 laps down, not looking too promising. 67-75, that is Jeff Gilmore, Greg Wood. They are right behind Kyle Heath here. That was not for the lead, though. Get their lap back. And we are at that 18 to go here, folks. Kyle still leading the way. Hopefully we do not get a yellow. Knock on wood. Here we go. Brian Huntley. Oh, did Brian Huntley Jr. take his car behind the wall? Oh, it does look like he did. To go here. To go. Gary really not cutting into the lead. Brad Delph is coming up and to the inside of Chris Paff. That is for P3. Does look like the 14 is going to take that spot. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, the real life Dover was actually supposed to be today. Did see something about it was postponed till tomorrow. So if y'all's into the real life Dover races, well, you didn't see it today, but you did see Dover today here with the Sim Racing Unleashed Cup Series, Harpoon Design Season 14. Watch it tomorrow. Or listen to it, however you want to do it. That's the real life, where when you get into the wall, damage is real. Philip Bridgman way high, 73 going to the inside. Larry Blair, John Held. Oh, that was the 22. Chris Paff got around as well. There are so many lap cars around this area. As we hit 10 to go, folks. Bradford, Calvin Miller. Both of these guys, that is for position. 2 laps down. That would be for P16. It looks like Bradford is going to have it. Calvin back to P17. We got the damage on the 20, but still out here at it. A break for Calvin. Looks like Brian Huntley Jr. did take his car behind the wall. 8 laps to go here, folks. Doesn't look like Robbie, I don't think Robbie's going to be able to make it back out. He's been on pit road for almost 25 minutes. A break again for Robbie. But a big shout out to everybody out there that hit the like button here tonight. 20 likes. Love it. Brad Delph is the 95. 85, 95. That was Aaron Bradford coming around, not for position. I think. Can't say for sure. It looks like right now, as of right now, the Me Marie Designs 13. Whoa! As I say that, boy. He almost whipped it around. Tires really starting to affect Kyle, it looks like. Brad Delph there in P2. Gary did fall back to P3, but he's got a 2.5 second gap between him and Chris. 5 to go. If we don't get a caution, I believe this is the way we're going to end it. Wrong thing. You know what? He is due. I'm going to round out of turn number 4. Make it 3 to go. Now we just got to get to the white flag. This time by will be 2 to go. Next time by will be the white flag. Coming out of turn number 4, Kyle Heath will cross the strop and make it 1 to go here tonight, folks. 1 lap to go. 4 turns. Coming out of 2 after 3 poles this season. Not able to finish it off. Coming out of turn number 4, the Me Marie Designs, Kyle Heath is going to win it here tonight at Dover. Brad Delph, P2. Gary Slapinski rounding out our top 3. Zach Duchier, P4, and Clifton Ashley, P5. Our podium, though, our winner, Kyle Heath, Brad Delph, and Gary Slapinski. Congratulations to Kyle on a victory here tonight. After, like I said, 3 poles and not able to hold off throughout the season so far. His first win of the season comes tonight at Dover. Alrighty, folks, give me just a few minutes. We'll get the top 3 down here for the MaxspeedTV post-race show. We know Kyle, though. He's going to burn it up here in the Me Marie Designs. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, we're back and we have caught up with our top three here tonight. We're, of course, going to start with our winner here this evening, the Me Marie Designs 13. Well, it's been a while, Kyle. You've been starting on pole this season, just not able to get it done, but it came here tonight at Dover, buddy. You got your first victory of the season. It took a little bit, but hey, you managed to hold on. I don't know what was going on down there, but hey, only 2 cautions the entire race. I am sure those tires were shot, though, after about like 20 laps. So, but we got to hear from you, man. You're the driver. You know what it took out there here this evening. Kyle, talk to us, man.
And yeah, the race was fantastic. It was kind of sketchy at first. I'm just thrilled to finally get a win after all the poles that I've gotten. I'm finally thrilled to get a win. But yeah, I ended up back in the wall pretty good. I forget what lap it was, and I think that kind of helped me out a little bit on my handling because at the end of that first run, it was actually getting a little bit loose on me, and I figured out something in the middle of that run, but it was a little bit kind of too late there. But I was lucky enough to get the lead, and then the caution came out, and I actually, with the lap time it was on or lap it was on, and that was the end of the stage. But once it got green, I just try to keep my line, just keep it going the way I was driving. And Zach Deutscher, I thought he was going to run away with it, and he started backing on up. And after I got the lead, that was it. I just can't believe it. I mean, I just can't believe at how fast my car was.
Yeah, I mean, once well, clean air too. Now we you did have to manage, and I'm sure everybody had to deal with it, lap traffic here tonight. I mean, it's Dover. You're gonna have to deal with lap traffic, lap cars, but it looks like everybody was pretty well, respectful when it came to the leaders coming around. They might have held their line and made y'all get around, but they didn't fight the issue. Once y'all had the line, they pretty much just gave it to you, and that just goes to show how what changed, of course, from last season to this season, because y'all don't get no resets. Y'all get damage. We seeing it tonight. Y'all get damage. It's either you get it fixed or you park it and go on to the next race.
Yeah, I mean, the fast repairs have made a little bit of change in racing ways, but I don't think it made that much. But I mean, I actually got lucky because, like I said, I hit the wall early on and it gave me a little bit of damage, so it actually tightened up my car some. So I wasn't getting that snappy loose. You talking about the lap cars? Yeah, a lot of lap cars they'll get out of the way once you got the line, but with the different pit strategies and cars on fresher tires coming up behind you, especially whenever you're on older tires, yeah, that's whenever it started getting loose on me. I was like, ooh.
Well, you managed to hold on to it, and that's all that matters here, buddy. Dover's done May 7th. We will be at Kansas, and then we'll be off a week again. But we got to get through Kansas. One of my favorite tracks. I love Kansas. I don't know what type of track Kansas is going to be, though. Is it going to be the wall riding Kansas? Or is it going to be all the lines are going to come into play? Or is it going to be the low line Kansas? Well, what is it going to be? Nobody knows, but it is Kansas next week. What do you think about it?
But if it's a day race Kansas, I'm pretty sure that the high line's going to be the way around, especially in the middle of turn 4. With the heat of the track, you know, you get that momentum on the high side, and it's kind of got that progressive banking to it. So I believe the high line is going to be the way to go. But if it was a night race, I think all lines would kind of come into play. Depends on how you drive your car. I'm 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 looking forward to it. I'm glad I got a win up under my belt. That's for sure. Has been a little bit coming this year. Had good luck, and then had some bunch of bad lucks coming on. So it was pretty good to finally get a win too.
Yeah, definitely so. All righty, buddy. Well, we're gonna, let you go celebrate your victory here tonight. We're not gonna keep you any longer, man. Final thoughts, shout outs, things you want to give before you go celebrate. And of course, get ready for Kansas. My short, but
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to my wife. She holds this house together. Does everything that she needs to do, and try to help out around here. She got her own business going on, MeMarieDesigns.com, which is on the car. She's going great with her business. Give a big shout out to Robbie, uh, Cup Series admin. I mean, he's over everything. He's got a bunch of stuff he's got to deal with as an ad man. More power to him. It's great. And a big shout out to the whole league. I mean, the league is fun. It really is. I enjoy pretty much every weekend that I get to race.
All righty, buddy. We'll go celebrate
Yeah,
your.
I want to give a big shout out to you, man. You finally back out. Missed you last week.
Yeah, I heard about last week at Dega, man. Yeah, one of my favorite super speedways. I loved it. I heard it was a dog fight. So, yeah.
It was a pretty good race. I would enjoy going back and watching the broadcast on that one. That's for sure.
Yeah. Like I said, I missed Talladega. I mean, I heard it was a great race. But hey, we can't look at the past. We got to keep on trucking, on to the future. But hey, Dover was a great race too. So, but yeah, we're back in.
It was a fantastic race.
Yes, it was. And we're back in the saddle here, Kyle. So we're gonna let you go celebrate, and we'll see you next week, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you. All right, well, that is going to bring us to our second place finisher here tonight. And it's going to be Brad Delph, who yet again took his car behind the wall early. What's up, Brad? How you doing there, buddy?
I'm all right, man. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Well, hey, man, P2 here tonight at Dover. Just Dover, man. Monster mile, and I'm sure the tires even made it more of a monster. You man, talk about it, because I can only call the race. You guys were driving it. What was the driving style down there like? And green flag pit stops and the whole 9 yards, man. Talk about it.
Yeah, man. Pretty much my strategy for the whole night was just to race the racetrack and not race the guys around me. Like you said, tires are a big deal. So, I was just trying to back the corners up early, keep it on the bottom and try to come off easy off and, try to prevent the tire wear and the loose off situation, which I'm sure most guys had tonight. Um, it kind of worked out. So, P2, I'll take it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All day long, take a P2. Coming down pit road on those green flag pit stops, buddy, because we know y'all had a few, had one out there here tonight. What was it like, trying to get down pit road?
Yeah, actually, I pitted kind of late, but 5 laps before I pitted, I actually was trying to pit and kind of misjudged it a little bit there and figured that out pretty quick and slowed up a bit, but kept going and 2 or 3 laps later I came in, but it's tough. It's tough getting on pit road right there.
Yeah, the way the track is, and y'all's freaking moving too. So, lap traffic. What was it like around the lap cars?
Yeah, I mean the lap cars are pretty cool. I was on fresher rubber for the most part at the end of the race anyway, and the lap cars seem to be pretty respectful. So appreciate those guys, kind of giving room. And, actually, I think I had one guy that was on fresher rubber than me, and we kind of raced around each other a little bit, but I think we were pretty respectful there.
Yeah, I mean, and we seen it all night long. It was hard racing, but everybody was very respectful. So, we go to Kansas next week. We could talk about, Dover all night, but, we go to Kansas next week, and I'll, kind of ask you the same thing. I asked, our winner, I asked Kyle here, what line is it going to be, at Kansas? It could be mostly the high line. It could be the low line, all lines. What are you hoping for at Kansas next week?
Yeah, I'm mostly a bottom guy. I like running the bottom, anywhere we go. So anytime you get up against a wall, it's tougher for me. But I think that's probably going to be the preferred line, so it'll be a challenge.
All righty, buddy. Well, awesome job, P2 here tonight. Final thoughts, shout-outs, things you want to give before you go celebrate and get ready for Kansas.
Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone watching tonight. The league, good job, Kyle. Awesome win. Just saving tires and having speed. I mean, it was pretty cool.
All righty, Brad. Well, I guess we will, guess we'll see you next week at Kansas, buddy. Go celebrate.
All right, have a good night.
You too, bud. All righty, well, that is going to bring us to our third place finisher here tonight, the 78 of Gary Slapinski. Gary, well, 150 laps. Not a lot of laps here at Dover. It could have been worse, but, it's still 150 laps that y'all had to do. Talk about it, Gary. I mean, from the start all the way to, of course, the stage. I don't technically even know who won the stage because of, where it happened at. But, man, talk about it. It was great. We got to hear from you.
Yeah, it was definitely it was a good race. I was learning a lot out there, how to race the racetrack and how much at the end there it's kind of I figured everything all out. I had a great pit stop. I think it was like the last pit stop. I think I was way behind, and I came in there. I forced it in there real hard, and all of a sudden I came out like second. I was like, I got like gained 5 spots going in and got second. But I just kept just racing the racetrack there at the end, and I found a little something, and I keep it in my pocket. And
Oh, Gary, not gonna share it.
I know I can't share this one, but I found something at the end there, and I'm very happy with it. I'm glad it kind of worked. The first couple of runs, I was totally just driving it all wrong. I was way too loose the first one, and I was way too tight. And then the last run there, the last set, the checkers, it was perfect. We figured out something. Felt great. I'm very happy with it. I just wish I could have figured that out a little bit earlier in the race there.
Oh well,
Maybe I could have been a little better for me, better ending.
well, maybe that Wii that you said, maybe that that mouse in your pocket, should have figured it out at the start of the
Yeah.
race. You know.
I should have. I've been busy all week, and I should have been did a little testing. I really didn't do the testing I like to, but that's me, so I'll take that. So
Well, so the little
it
mouse,
was,
so the little mouse in your pocket, we can't blame the little mouse in your pocket.
uh, yeah. Well,
Or
at least
the
I have at
or
least
the
I got something I could pass down to Mark, and we can both share that, and we'll maybe figure out something with it.
or the one in your ear tonight. You know.
Yeah.
We won't say who it is, but I think everybody knows who it is. But anyway, Gary, yeah, it was an amazing race. I mean, lap traffic. I'm sure lap traffic, even on fresh tires, I'm sure it was a handful.
Yeah, it was. It was for sure. That long run, if drove it too hard, you're gonna hit the wall, which you've seen. A lot of people
Yeah.
just got on it too early, and it would definitely hit that wall. And once you do that, you're going down, then you go back up, and you take everybody else out. So you definitely gotta be keep on that throttle.
Now, Robbie took himself out here tonight, unfortunately, popping the wall, man. He hit that
Yeah.
wall hard, man. Man.
Yeah, he hit it really hard tonight. I just want to say congratulations to Kyle. He did a great job tonight.
Yeah, he did. He really, and everybody did a fantastic job out here tonight. I know several cars got loose. We did have a few cautions, but it's Dover. You know, you can't be mad at 2 cautions at a track like Dover.
Yeah.
Well, we go to Kansas next week, buddy. One of my favorite tracks. I don't like it when it's just the high line, follow the leader line. That's what I call it. What do you like about Kansas? In a sense, what are you hoping for? High line, low line, all lines, midline, what?
Well, last year it was kind of like you went to the low line, and the tires wore a little bit, and you go right up to the top. I haven't done any testing, so I think you need to just take care of your tires, and I think you'd be very good in the long run.
Another one of those
But I think
tracks.
clean air. I think clean air is everything.
Yeah.
It's always been everything at Kansas. So I think it's very important to get clean air, if full, and just keeping that truck up front.
Yes.
Whatever you want to keep that nose up front.
Yeah. Get the clean air, keep the bugs out of your way, and keep everybody behind you if you can. Kansas is one of those tracks, just like every track. Clean air is so important. If you do not
Well, I
have
like
that
it.
clean air, it's going to bottle you down.
Yeah, sure. Especially on entry, it could hurt in the center. It can help it off. So
Yep.
might have to run a little bit off just to get a little bit of air. So kind of curious to see how it's going to work out. So
Oh, yeah.
I'll just have to wait till Sunday and see how that works.
Yes, sir, Ray. All righty, Gary. Well, awesome job here tonight, man. P3. Final thought, shout out, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate. And, of course, get ready for Kansas.
Yes. So I'd like to thank you tonight for doing this every week. I'd like to thank MaxspeedTV.
Not
I got a
every
special-
week, but I get what you're saying.
Well, yeah, not every week. That's all right. That's all right. You got when you have personal stuff or whatever, health, it doesn't matter. That's more important.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. I'd like to thank Driven. It's a great group of guys. I love them in there. I would like to thank Harpoon Designs, this beautiful paint job that Brantley put on here for me. I'd like to thank him tonight. He helped me out a lot tonight. And I would like to thank my wife and kids and God above. Thank you.
All right. Well, that is the little mouse in Gary's ear here tonight. That's the one he had in his pocket too, folks. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
He
special
spilled.
thank outs to him.
He spilt the beans here, folks. All righty, Gary. We'll go celebrate, buddy. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Thank you, bud. All right. Well, that is Gary Slapinski. But, of course, Zach Duchier fourth and Clifton Ashley rounding out our top 5. Get down here to the unofficial results, putting in the admin stuff they have to do here tonight. But Kyle Heath grabbing the win here at Dover's first win of the season. Brad Delph in second. Gary, who we just talked to, in third. Zach Duchier in fourth. Very fast car by Zach. I think if there was more laps left in the race, Zach probably would have caught him. Clifton Ashley, awesome job by Clifton, P5. Jeff Gilmore in 6th. Greg Wood 7th. David Cassidy in 8th. Chris Paff 9th. John Held in 10th. Larry Blair in 11th. Cameron Smith 12th. Philip Bridgman 13th. Jason Adams 14th. Jaden Sanchez 15th. Aaron Bradford 16th. Calvin Miller 17th. Robbie Stewart in 18th. Richard Johns 19th. And Mike Chamberlain in 20th. Brandon Sheets, tough break for Brandon out here tonight. It is Dover. I think he'll make a comeback next week at Kansas. Tough. This track is tough, folks. Even for, a veteran driver, it's tough. It really is. But I think we'll see Brandon back up there toward the top next week at Kansas. Tough break for Keith here tonight, but hey, 22nd for Keith. Gary Cottle, 23rd. Joshua Small, 24th. Brian Huntley Jr., 25th. Robbie Darnell. Tough break for Robbie here as well. He'll finish 26th. Jerry Daniels, 27th. Paul Buzz Cohen and Robert Chiswick did not start here tonight. But again, congratulations goes to our winner here tonight, Kyle Heath. And a big shout out to everybody that tuned in here tonight. 23 likes. I don't even know if I could go down through the list here that was in chat here tonight. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hopefully, we see everybody back next week at Kansas. Share it, folks. Get it out there. And I'm going to try to start doing that myself, posting it again on Facebook. Get it out there, social media, anything you got. Get your friends, your family, your bird, your cat, your dog, whatever. If you got snakes, get them out here watching too. We'd love to have everybody out here, folks. Thank you all for that. A big shout out to, of course, Brantley Roden, Harpoon Design. Again, coming back on board, sponsoring the series here. Robbie Darnell and all the admins over here at SRU. Without them, without all of you guys, myself and MaxspeedTV would not be able to do this either. So thank you, everybody, again. But until next week at Kansas, folks, stay safe. Thank you all again, and have a good night.